The MBS company's mission is to create a safe and efficient way to provide clear employee identification in order to prevent time fraud and buddy clocking. In order to do this, we have launched new hand scanning technology that will scan and remember every employee's identification. Each time an employee wants to clock in or out, they will have to scan their hand. Our company will ensure the safety of the employees by doing the following. Every employee must do an initial scan. Data will be collected and stored in a locked system from the scans. Your hand identification scan will match to only your time clock. To access the scanning data, there are several steps you would have to go through. First, only an owner or anyone the owner gives permission to can access the computer with the information. Then, that person has to scan their hand to enter into the file. Next, they will need to type in the password that the owner had decided. This password is set and cannot be changed for another 30 days. The password has to be secure and will be checked to make sure that it is before the password is reset. How the hand scanners work. First, every employee must get their hand scanned to be recorded into the system. Then they will also scan just their fingerprint as a failsafe for the hand scan in case of an emergency or in case the hand scanner fails to operate properly. This scan will be attached to the person's name and their time clock. Then each time they want to clock in, clock out, or go on a break, they are required to scan their hand. This will significantly reduce the number of buddy clocking occurring. Everyone has their own unique fingerprint, so no one else will have your fingerprint. When you scan your hand, the computer quickly scans and turns the print into a code. This code is only for you and your time clock. The hand scanner does this by using a light-sensitive microchip to produce a digital image of the fingerprint. The computer reviews the image and selects only the parts that contain the fingerprints. Then the computer uses pattern matching software to transfer the fingerprint into a unique code. A U.S. agency, National Institute of Standards and Technology, conducted a test on 34 different types of fingerprints or hand scanners from 18 different companies across the world. They found that systems that only used one fingerprint were accurate 98.6% of the time. However, those involving 4 fingers or the whole hand were 99.9% accurate. There are a few disadvantages or limitations to the hand scanners, which include if a person were to alter their hand by getting a tattoo or if they were burned, the scanner may not recognize the change and it can be inconvenient to have to get a new scan and it could fail. Also, the computer runs on electricity, so there can be software malfunctions, and bosses or HR directors are unable to access the software remotely, so they would have to come into the building in order to access it.
The power of hand scanning technology. Security. It is a vast improvement on passwords and identity cards. Fingerprints are much harder to fake. They also don't change over time, so the data remains current for much longer than photos and passwords. Ease of use. For the user, they are simple and easy to use. No more struggling to remember your last password or being locked out due to leaving your photo ID at home. Your fingerprints are always with you. Non-transferable. Fingerprints are non-transferable, ruling out the sharing of passwords or clocking in on behalf of another colleague. This allows for more accurate tracking of the workforce and provides additional security against the theft of sensitive materials. Accountability. Using fingerprints recognition also provides a higher level of accountability at work. Biometric proof you have been present when a situation or incident has occurred is hard to refute and can be used as evidence if required. Cost-effective. From a technology management perspective, fingerprint recognition is now a cost-effective security solution. Small handheld scanners are easy to set up and benefit from a high level of accuracy. Success story. At schools in Pinellas County, Florida, students aren't paying for lunch with cash or card, but with a wave of their hand over a palm scanner. Students take about 4 seconds to swipe and pay for lunch, Dunham says, and they're doing it with 99% accuracy. Fitsu, an engineer in Tokyo, mistakenly ran his hand over a page and yielded back. He got curious and accidentally made a palm scanner. 2 years later, he made a company that reads the veins in palms and your fingerprints, then photographed under an infrared light. Palm scanners are now installed in more than 50 school systems, in more than 160 hospital systems, in 15 states, and the District of Columbia.
We will conclude this with an important question. Could someone beat the system? Faking a fingerprint can be easier than faking a whole hand scan. After heavily researching ways to fake a hand scan, it showed barely any success, and the most easily beaten hand scanner is vein recognition. A way of scanning is vein recognition, which is when the scanner scans the shape, size, and location of the veins in the hand. The vein recognition is easier to beat versus hand recognition, but the hand recognition is not impossible to beat. For example, there has been cases where a 3D glove was printed and put on and was able to successfully get past the hand scanner.